Realtors, they must spend their time thinking about how to fix it. They must know a way to fix this market that they've messed up so badly. And so let's go ask them what
They make money on a market like this.
not now because nobody can afford to buy. So a third of the houses sold last year were bought by investors. They're just emptying our homes. They're sitting vacant. There's something like 17 houses. I was at the homeless union event in Salinas on Saturday, and the Poor People's Campaign with Dr. Reverend Barber. She was there. Anyway, they said across the United States, there's 17 homes empty for each homeless person. So it's time to do something and time to ask the realtors. Maybe they've got an idea of what to do. They spend their time thinking.
Sit on it. People who can't afford aren't the ones that can wait for the market to correct itself. And so we have to know that don't let your property go if it's affordable. And I've sat through two downturns in the market here in Santa Cruz, and as a homeowner, I know how important it is to not take a second out of it, not to get into incur a lot of debt, personal or otherwise. Just keep your eye going forward, because this is how they make money and bring the prices up.
And that's why it's super important to ensure that we have these partnerships so we can make Santa Cruz more affordable for everyone, because that's what true equity is, making a Santa Cruz that's affordable for everyone to live at. And these out-of-town developments are not going to do that at all whatsoever.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. We have to recognize that Santa Cruz is a very optimal place. So people want to come here. If you come here like I did, I was not born here. There's going to be a cost to it. This is not the serene little country place that I came to 57 years ago. And I know that the price is for everybody wanting to come here and it being desirable is it's not going to be the same. So we have to hold the vision of how we want this place to be and generate that vision and see it through.
So yeah, one last question. How has affordability in Santa Cruz impacted you as a person?
It has always been a struggle, but I knew many times I had to make a decision. I can remember my ex-husband telling me to take a second out on the house, and I knew, don't do it, because then I would really be in trouble. And so I held on, and that's why I own my house now free and clear. But it required knowing not to be manipulated and being educated enough, and that's a privilege too. I understand that it's a privilege to have the education to know not to be manipulated in this market. But hold on, be strong, we'll make it.
And one question for you. How has the issue of affordability impacted you as a Santa Cruzan?
Well, I did what you did. I didn't get your name, but we came here, and I was a math teacher, and I recognized immediately that the wages were too low and the housing prices were too high, and we just scrimped and saved. And when other people were taking out second mortgages, we paid our mortgage down, and now I can afford to be here. So what I do is I volunteer with homeless groups, the Homeless Union and the Food Not Bombs, and I donate when I can, because the kids in my math classes, it was clear there's a lot of kids that are not going to be able to take those tech jobs, which is what it requires to be able to afford to live here. You have to have a very high pay. And now we're going to have to, what I'd like to do is I'd like to talk to the realtors groups and find out what they think we could do to fix this situation that we've gotten into.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that input, since we have the issue of affordability. It is impacting all of us. So thank you guys so much for sharing your experiences. So mil gracias. You've heard it here. Yes, we can. Sí se puede. Sí se puede.